before I start talking about all the how-tos and all the step-by-steps and all the things that your competitors are doing that I want you to avoid, let's talk about this. Let's talk about why it's important to create a stream of revenue for yourself outside of the facility. So, first, I want to talk about why. And if you've ever done my fitness business kickstart with me, you've heard me give a mindset lesson on this exact piece. This is where I believe this is just truly how I believe from the core of my being. It's informed everything about my career from the very beginning up to now. And that is this. No one is coming to save you. There is nobody that is going to value your financial stability, your financial freedom, your time freedom, your location freedom. There's nobody that's going to value that more than you. And if COVID taught us anything, it is that we are not going to be, I'm probably going to ruffle a few feathers here, but I'm going to say it anyways. No one's going to take care of you when they have to make a choice between their own family and their own business and their own interests versus yours. And that was true for those of us who were teaching two classes at a family gym. And that was true for those of us who had director level positions at huge corporate facilities and corporate gyms. No one is coming to save you. If you want financial freedom, if you want location freedom, if you want time freedom, if you want to create wealth, if you want to create stability, if you want to create a legacy for your children, the only way to do that, in my opinion, is by building your own client base and creating your own business. No one is coming to save you. We have to make our own stability. And y'all, for a lot of us, that is good news. I know that feels doom and gloom, but what that means is that you have choices. You have choices about every single piece of your life. You don't have to build a business where you teach at certain times. You get to build a business where you lead when you want to, and you do the work that you want to do, and you work with the clients that you want to work with. Business building means we get to take control of our own future. It means you get to make the choices about who you work with, about what time you work, about where you work. Do you guys see how much I travel? I work from the camper. I work from the back porch. I work in my office. It's all up here. It goes with me. And I get to serve you guys from wherever I choose. So, business building allows you to take control of your own future. It requires you to level up mentally, right? You have to take control of your own thoughts. You have to take control of the way that you look at the world and the way that you view things like failure. Because guess what? When you build a coaching business, you have to fail until you succeed. You will have to try and try again and try differently and fail forward. But business building not only allows us to take control of our own future, it requires us to take control of our own future. And y'all, there is nothing more satisfying than changing lives. Building a business allows you to work directly with the clients that you're changing the lives of. So let's think about that for a second. When you work for a facility, whether you're a trainer or whether you're a fitness instructor, whether you're a small group coach, you've got the front desk really between you and your client. The front desk is a part of that relationship. I know when I taught classes inside a facility, I had people that were coming to me for 5, 10, 15 years, and I didn't know when their birthday was. I didn't know how old they were. I certainly didn't know what their goals were. I may not have known their last names. But when you build a business, those are your clients. You get to see their health assessments. You get to know what their goals are. You get to be as low or high touch with them as you would like, because this is your experience that you're creating and that you're leading and that you are transforming lives with. So, nothing is more satisfying than having a business that changes lives. And that's what we do as fitness professionals. Who is with me, y'all? Give me some hearts and fire. Give me some comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think of what I just said. No one is coming to save you. So build this wealth, build this business for yourself. All right. So now I want to talk about this. Hearts and fire. I see it. All right. Let's talk about where to get started. So, a lot of us go out and we envision let's talk about it this way. A lot of people will envision a program or a product that they're going to put out there to the public and that they're going to serve their people with. And so they start by maybe making an announcement in their Facebook profile, or they just start. Most of us start by social posting. Maybe it's by email, maybe it's something like that, but most of us, we're doing some sort of posting. Um, and then what we do is this. We look at what the gyms are doing and we say, oh, the gym has a website and the gym has a visual brand and the gym has a lead magnet and a gym has an intro offer. And so I have to have all those things before I can start serving clients. And so then we go and we try to emulate exactly what the gyms are doing. So here's the thing, and I know you guys have heard me say this before. Gyms make money differently than we make money. So many of the gyms, especially the big boxes, the chains, they're set up so that they can actually come in, open up a facility in a town, and lose money for months and even years. And this is also true in terms of traditional advertising. So, when you think about creating your product and putting it out there, a lot of times you're mimicking what bigger companies are doing. And so you think that you need to create brand awareness and you think that you need to just do advertising that's like funny and gets people attention. Y'all, you are a service based business and you are a coach. I don't think there's anybody that I'm talking to in the sound of my voice here who is building a fitness based or health based business and is not in the coaching business model. The coaching business model is very different than the gym business model. So you are no longer in the fitness industry. You are now in the coaching industry. Your product may be fitness related, your product may be health related, but you are not a fitness industry. In the way that you make money, you are not in the fitness industry. Coaches make money very differently. Coaches make money directly. So here's the good news. When you think about putting your product out there to the world, if you were in the traditional money making business model, then you would have to create a visual brand and do all the things, have all the tech in place, and then you would have to create brand awareness and have all these funny advertisements out there so that people laugh and share your stuff and blah, 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 blah. You'd have to create a big audience. Coaches make money by direct marketing. It's called direct response marketing. What that means is that every minute you spend marketing needs to come back to you in dollars that you make. Every dollar that you spend marketing needs to make you $10. That is a very different model. So, an ad agency or an advertising department in a company, they have lots of different priorities. They want to get attention, they want to create brand awareness, they want to please the stakeholders, they want to pacify members of the board who had some great idea that they're trying to work with. They want to, did I say win awards already? They want to win advertising awards. When I was in marketing, we wanted to win Addies and we wanted to win Webbies, right? Would go to galas in formal attire and get handed a little trophy for the advertising that you did. And then maybe they want to make sales. So it's like the last piece of that is making sales. So if you think about soda and the way that soda is advertised and you look at all the advertising, very little of it has actually anything to do with going to the store and buying a soda. It all has to do with brand awareness and creating buzz around a brand. That is not your job. As a coach, as a direct response marketer, which is what you have to be when you're a coach, your only job is to go out there, meet people, tell them what you do, and then if they are the right people for what you do and you can help them, you make offers to them. That's direct response marketing. Takes so much off your plate. When I say this is good news, what I'm telling you is that you never have to lip sync on Instagram or TikTok again if you don't want to. It means that you never have to put a workout snippet out there again if you don't want to. It means you never have to try to be funny again if you don't want to. Because your only job is to put messages out there that allow people to raise their hand and say, "Hey, I might be interested in working with you." So you need to understand where your money is made in your business and where it is not made in your business. In the coaching business model, your money is made by making offers to the right people, and your whole job is just to find the right people. It's very different than a big box gym. It's very different than a traditional marketing model. Let me know if you've got questions about that. What that means as well, and so this is point number 2. Point number 1 is know where your business makes money. Know what business model you are in. Point number 2 is know what works in social media. Okay, so let's talk about social media for a second. In the Kickstart that I'm going to teach this weekend, by the way, you guys, I do an entire 2 lessons on sales and marketing. And I'm going to take so much off your plate about sales and marketing, and I'm going to actually show you how to make money. All right, so social media is meant to be social. So many of you guys are out there over serving on social media. So I see this from you guys so often, and I've been tempted to do it as well. You will come in on Monday and you'll give like a full recipe, and you have this beautiful graphic that goes with it, and you have all the things. And then on Tuesday, you're doing like a full workout. And then on Wednesday, you're doing like this long form value post or like a huge blog post. And then on Thursday, you're doing something else. You guys, over serving on social media does not bring in clients. As a matter of fact, you are spending all of this time and all of this emotional investment and all of this energy serving people who have not committed to your result with their dollars. If they wanted 5 hours a week from you, they would have paid you. What works on social media is getting people to raise their hand and say, I might be ready to commit to you. From there, you can have a conversation with them. What works on social media is social, is direct conversations, is direct interaction. What doesn't work on social media is these big, broad, broadcast general messages. So don't overserve on social media. Know what works on social media. What works on social media is allowing people to say, hey, I'm ready to work with you. We're going to talk more about that this weekend in the Kickstart. We do a lesson on social media called Social Media That Works. We do a lesson on sales called Sleaze Free Selling, how to sell without ever feeling salesy or sleazy or slimy. And so let's go to the third point and let's talk about sales. So, sales often gets a bad rap because a lot of us have had really negative interactions with pushy or sleazy salespeople, people who wanted us to buy something that we didn't feel like we needed, or who wouldn't give up until we basically ghost them or block them or stop answering their calls. The good news is you don't have to do that. So in the kickstart, and I know I keep coming back to this, but I am going to give you the basics of this concept. I teach what I like to call servant leader selling. So as coaches, we all have a natural inclination to serve. That's why we're in the industry that we're in. We want to see people change their lives. We want to see people improve their health. We want to see people improve their well being, live longer, attain the goals that they're looking to attain. And so, one of the reasons that we get out there on social media and we overserve is because we want to serve. The good news about sales is that we can serve, we can lead, we can create audience and community and still have that lead to sales. So there are processes and um, there are systems where you can allow that to lead to sales. There are very direct ways to do it, and then there are more long term ways to do it. And some of your customers would prefer the direct way, and some of your customers would prefer the long form way. So, the good news about sales is that it can feel good, it can work with your natural instincts, and it can be servant leader sales based. But a lot of your competition, a lot of your other people are out there either believing that it's that long term play where you make a lead magnet and then you have somebody do something else and something else and something else. And that eventually that funnel ends up at the bottom with sales. You don't need a funnel in order to make sales. The other thing that your competition might be doing is that ultra direct method, that too direct method, where they're either going sliding into people's direct messages and being the shirtless personal trainer or the needy network marketer. And that doesn't work either. So I like to teach you guys my servant leader sales process, and I'm going to do that this weekend in the Kickstart. So, in the Kickstart, I teach you to get started now like this. The first thing I do is I teach you about creating your perfect program. When you create a program, when you take what you do and you package it in a way that your perfect future client would just be absolutely crazy to say no, now you've got something that you can market. Now you've got something that you can talk about in social media in a way that it connects with your perfect future buyer. Now you've got something to offer them when you get into conversation with them if they are the right buyer for you. So your perfect product is built around what you want to be doing with your time, with your energy, with the love that you want to give to these perfect future buyers. It's built around the transformation that you want to offer them. So that's the first thing that we do in the Kickstart weekend. Once we do that, we talk about pricing because, y'all, one of the things that hooks a lot of people up and gets us stuck and not moving forward is the pricing. You guys will either underprice yourselves and then tell yourselves a story about how you're going to make it up in volume, meaning that you will price your product too low and then say, well, I just need to get a whole lot of customers. So I just need to grow my audience really large. And then what ends up happening is that you're broke because creating a large audience and bringing a lot of customers in is a long-term play. So I teach you about pricing, not only in a way that it feeds your business, but also in a way that it works with your perfect future buyers value base. It works with what they want to commit to. It works with the idea that they want to commit to the result that you offer and they want to place a value on it. So pricing is next. Then we talk about marketing, and that's that lesson where I teach you to stop over serving on social media and I teach you to replace all of the things that you're being told to do by the business building gurus. Brock Johnson's telling you to post 3 reels a day, and Amy Porterfield's telling you to grow your email list, and who else is out there? So many people saying so many different things. And on top of that, you've got other business coaches who are selling you all of this done for you content that just facilitates you over serving on social media and overwhelming your perfect future buyers. So I teach you how to market in a way that takes just enough time a week, just a few hours a week, if even, but actually builds relationships so that you can make sales on the other side of those relationships to the right people. I'm going to teach you about business priorities, where you need to be spending your time and where you don't need to be spending your time. And then I teach you my servant leader sales process, complete with scripts and templates. I also teach y'all, if you have been in this lesson, I need you to give me a comment right now because this is so good. I teach my cash injections lesson. The last time I taught the Kickstart, just last May, between Saturday and that next Friday, I had a Kickstarter make $5,000 with one of the strategies that I teach in the cash injections lesson. So I taught the cash injections lesson on Sunday. By the next Friday, $5,000. That is no freaking joke. That is how effective the cash injections strategies are, especially once you combine them with the perfect program and the perfect pricing and the marketing and all the other things that I'm going to teach you. So, here's what I want you to know about the Kickstart weekend. It happens Saturday. It starts at 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to teach you from 9 to about 2 or 3. When we get to oh gosh, I think it might be 2:30. I've got my shamanic person coming in. So we did this in May and we're going to do it again this time. You're going to have this super energizing, really fantastic, feel good shamanic healing session. It's like a meditative journey and she's going to help you clear your money making blocks. So at the end of the day on Saturday, after I teach you about half of those lessons we just talked about, I've got my shamanic healer. She comes in, she does her thing. We leave Saturday feeling in freaking incredible. Then we come back on Sunday. I'm going to do a few more lessons with you. I'm going to have Debbie Bellinger come in and teach you about corporate partnerships and wellness programs as well. So, whole other lesson that I didn't even mention before. Then we will be done probably around 3 on Sunday. So 9 to about 4 on Saturday, 9 to about 3 on Sunday. Your head will be swimming with ideas. You also will have taken action. I'm not just going to lecture at you the whole time. I'm going to give you time to co-work. We're going to have coaching where you come on the screen with me and ask me your questions, and I work you through some of the issues that you're having. Y'all, the Kickstart weekend is not a webinar. It's not a sales pitch. It's not a lesson. It's an event. It is a freaking life-changing event. So if you are interested in serving direct to consumer, whether you want to leave your full-time job or whether you want this to be a side hustle, this is the thing that will get you started, get you making money, and get you moving forward. Thank you. Terry just put the link in the comments, fitprosconnect.com/kickstart. And I'll tell you what, it's also right here. So if you're looking at the screen right now, it's right underneath me. So I'm pointing at it with my right hand right here. All right. So fitprosconnect.com/kickstart. You're going to go there. You're going to click register. You're going to put in your email address. You will get another page. Scroll down to the bottom, click add to cart. From there, you're going to be asked to pay $47. It's $47 for this entire life-changing weekend event. I want you to come away from this weekend with 5 new clients. That's my goal for everybody that comes into the Kickstart. So 5 new clients is worth 1,000 times more than $47. I am hoping that to you, your yearly value of a client is worth more than $1,000, which means 5 new clients is at least $5,000. That's my goal for you. And that is how all of those lessons are designed. They are designed so that you bring in 5 new clients during that week. So you have the 2 days of lessons. Then I keep you guys all together in a Facebook group for the whole week so that you can continue to work together and continue to implement the lessons. So 2 days of lessons, then Monday we're working together, Tuesday we're working together. I'm going to keep you together all week until Thursday at midnight. I'll come into that Facebook group and do some coaching sessions during the week and some other bonus stuff. But you've got that 5 days where you can go back and watch the recordings and continue to work on the stuff with assistance from me. Now, here's one more thing I want to tell you about the Kickstart before we wrap this up. It does include a one-on-one coaching session. So you will get a coaching session with me or a member of my team as part of your Kickstart. That means that we're going to help you to implement the lessons and to understand exactly what they need for your specific business. All right. So I want you to get over there and get registered. fitprosconnect.com/kickstart, fitprosconnect.com/kickstart. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I will see you guys Saturday morning there. Let me review the main points from the lesson before we move on and say goodbye to each other for today. So the first thing we talked about, y'all, is no one is coming to save you. The COVID taught us that no one is going to take care of you. No one is going to care about your income or your financial freedom or your location freedom or your time freedom or your wealth building or your generational wealth or your legacy except for you. COVID taught us that we have to make our own stability. And the good news in all of that is that it means we have choices. We have nothing but choices. Business building allows you to take control of your own future. Nothing is more satisfying than changing lives and building a business coaching, delivering transformations allows you to have a more intimate and transformational relationship with your clients. So then we talked about how to get started. And I gave you three pieces of advice that are kind of like my best stuff here. Number one is know where your business makes money. You are no longer in the fitness industry in terms of the way that your business makes money. You are a solopreneur and you are a coach. Your business model is the coaching business model, not the fitness industry business model. Do not mimic bigger businesses in terms of the way that you structure your money making activities and in terms of the way you market yourself. The second point that I made was know what works in social media. And so we talked about over serving and how all of us are doing it and how not doing it is the thing that will actually help you bring in sales. And then we talked about the good news about sales and the fact that you can make great money using the servant leader sales process that feels good and is never sleazy or salesy or slimy. And then last, I told you about the kickstart because all of these things that will get you started in your coaching business now are taught this weekend, and not only taught but delivered. We're going to co-work. We are going to complete the action items during the weekend so that by the end of Sunday and certainly by the end of Thursday of the next week, you actually have your business created in place. If you've already got a business in place, you have created more clients, you understand your marketing better, you understand exactly how to make money, and you have brought in 5 new clients. That's the goal. All right, so I want you to get over there and get registered, fitprosconnect.com/kickstart. All right. And that is what I'm going to tell you guys today. All right. So my mouse has stopped working. That's what's going on. So get over there and get registered. And y'all, I would love to hear what you think. Please comment and contribute to the conversation. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you like and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you're in the Grow Your Fitness Business for Instructors, Trainers, and Coaches group, because that is my primary audience. That's where I network and support and train more often than anywhere else. I can't wait to support you there. And no matter if you're watching or if you're listening, I do have a favor to ask you. Go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify right now and leave a review, because your reviews really help the quick wins that I deliver to land in the hands of other fitness pros who can really benefit from the information and advice. So by leaving a review, you're actually helping me, but you're also helping yourself and your other colleagues in the industry. I appreciate you guys so much and thank you for your reviews. If you're looking for a way to thank me, that's what you can do. All right. So, y'all, I will see you on Thursday on Instagram Live at 3 p.m., where we will do another talk, and I'll see you there.